Mick Corrigan here from Action Coach, and today I'm delighted to introduce you to Adam Wilkinson. Adam is the CEO of Meritec. Welcome, Adam. Great to have you on board.
Thanks, Mick. Thanks for inviting me.
So tell us a bit about Meritec then.
Meritec, well, it was founded in 1996 by my father and his then business partner as a systems integrations and system integration company and managed service provider. So approaching 30 years old now. Pivoted several times in the tech industry, as you have to do to keep ahead of sort of the modern trends. Worked with the majority of local governments, organisations, councils across the UK in that time. So had a heavy focus on public sector. We've had some success in education throughout our journey. Currently working with public sector, both central and local governments, social housing organisations, and more recently, over the last couple of years, taking our workflow automation solutions into the private sector, several verticals there, including construction and manufacturing.
All right, so you got a real range of clients there.
We have, yeah, real diverse bag. Our solutions are very much people focused, but we're fortunate that we have what's called a low-code digital platform, which enables us to develop custom workflows and automated workflows. So it's both a blessing and a curse, really, Mick, because it can do so much for so many people, which is great. That's the blessing. But knowing quite where to focus your energy when it comes to a marketing perspective can be challenging sometimes. So obviously, when we started to take this solution into the market around 2015, we went where we already knew the industry and had a lot of contacts in local government, and it's grown from there.
And how did you break out into the private sector then?
So the private sector, we went through an exercise in 2022 with who's now a good friend of mine, a guy, Andy Henderson, and he came in as an external consultant and looked at the business and could see that we wanted to grow the business. And he sort of identified quite quickly that because we were so focused on particularly local government at the time, even though we are working with central government and housing, but the public sector really, as we sort of classify those three, he thought there was a large opportunity for growth into other sectors. It's been quite the learning curve for us because we had to set up a marketing team from scratch, really, also a sales team, because accessing the public sector is very different to accessing the private sector. So it's been quite the journey over the last 24 plus months, but one that I've really enjoyed, and it's now starting to bear fruit.
Good, very rewarding then.
Yes.
So what would you say, for potential clients out there, what would you say differentiates Meritec from other options that might be available in this space?
I think for the right size organisation who've got a desire to automate their processes and work with a digital partner, I think that's the one thing that does differentiate us, is that we're not just an off-the-shelf solution that you buy, install and run. We're very much a people-first organisation, so we want to become that extension of the team, become the digital partner. That involves us understanding the business, understanding the goals of the business, looking at how we can deploy our technology and potentially integrate that with other technology that either exists in the business or that might be able to be brought into the business to deliver real efficiency and productivity gains. The partnership approach is key because really, at the end of the day, we're assisting in digital transformation, and it's digital transformation is not really a sort of a single project. It's a journey. And because the technology is evolving all the time, having a trusted partner that you can work with that's very unique offering from us. I would say the other thing is that the platform, the low-code platform that we have, it's our own platform, it's our own IPR. Therefore, we own the development roadmap, and that's been a massive advantage to us with the emergence of AI, because we're now able to infuse AI into our solutions to further offer benefits around productivity and efficiency, and do that at the pace that we want to do it. and select the partners we want to partner with to deliver those AI enhancements. So it's, I mean, our roadmap is almost exclusively fed by customer requests. So if you come with us and you have a feature that you want for it, we can almost always meet that. And a great example, actually, of a solution I was shown yesterday was we're working with a company in the private sector who they import large pipelines into UK ports. And they wanted an enhancement to our platform and our mobile app where they could scan barcodes on the pipes as they come in, but also not have, they couldn't always rely on having a Wi-Fi or a 4 5G connection at the ports because they can be quite remote. So I got a demo of a first cut of the enhancement for the mobile app where we can do mobile scanning, which I'm a real techie. I thought it was so cool. I love to see that. But that's just a great example of where, you know, we have that flexibility through our people being able to identify a solution to the problem, and then the ability to put that solution onto our development roadmap.
So the last 2 years have been a great extension to your business, and obviously taking you into new markets, new business
Yeah.
opportunities.
New markets, new business opportunities, new partnerships.
Yeah.
It's been a really exciting time. But
So,
I honestly feel we're just at the beginning. It's great.
so what does the future hold then?
I think the future's bright. The future's Meritec, Mick. Just to steal
Yeah.
an old orange phrase. I think you know it's to continue infusing AI into the platform and workflows. It has to be because it's just such a complementary technology to everything that we do. Automation plus AI, they just go so hand in hand. So but that's from a technology perspective. I think from a business perspective, the strategy is just to continue to nail down on our ICP, our ideal customer profile persona, and
Mm.
continue to really deliver more efficiency and productivity gains to businesses and partner with more businesses and organizations that meet that ICP for us.
Right, and that's clearly defined. You've got a clear view of that.
It's getting clearer and clearer. It's if you asked us 2 years ago, God, it certainly wasn't. But we've got a I'd say, very clear view of it now. We know sort of the size of organisation, the structure of organisation. Because if the organisation's too small, they don't have the resource element to commit to it, Mick. So, as I was saying, this digital transformation journey, you can't, it's not just throw a piece of technology, throw a piece of software at it. The organization itself needs to commit, and they need to commit people and time to it, and have that level of commitment for the journey. Otherwise, you're just not going to get the full value that you can out of the project.
Mm. Sounds very exciting. So in the time you've been around there, Adam, with Meritech, what have been the learnings for you along the way that you might want to be able to pass on to people watching and listen to this?
I think that myself, as a sort of from a personal perspective, I was, because I'd joined the business. I'm the longest serving employee. I joined the business right at the bottom and worked my way up to CEO through several different roles. So I sort of know everything that goes on in the business, and extracting myself out of that was a real challenge and something that I still have to work on day in, day out. I can now clearly see the benefits of me doing that and having time to spend on the business rather than in the business. And I think I'd advise anybody who's come on a similar sort of journey, who's spent a long time in the business and risen to a senior leadership role, to really put as much time and effort as they can as early as possible when they're in that role into extracting themselves from the day to day. I think I could have, well, if I could do it again, I'd do that a bit quicker, I think. And I think really leading with your people, your people are your biggest asset. Yes, we've got a fantastic technology there, but the technology isn't there just for technology's sake. It's there to solve a problem and focus on the value and the problems that you're solving, rather than trying to sell features of tech, if you know what I mean. I think that was a real sort of journey that we've been on, and something that I would advise, particularly those in the tech sector, to try and embrace as soon as possible.
And that move of moving away from working in the business to on the business, which
Yeah.
you're right, is a real common challenge for business owners. What advice would you give to business owners that feel like they're kind of stuck? They know they need to move and make that change, but are
I
struggling to
think
do it.
I think it's having faith in the people below you. It's delegation. The people, and what I really found, and people told me it would happen, but I needed to see it for myself to have the confidence in this, is that if you've got good people below you, they're actually striving for more responsibility. And when you give them it, they might do things slightly different to how you'd have done it, but sometimes you'll find they do it better than you would have done it, actually. And they've got their own way of doing it. But if you give them that responsibility, they'll step up. And more times than not, they'll step up and they'll exceed your expectations. So, delegate to have a strong team beneath you and delegate to them.
And trust them, like you say.
Just massively, yeah, mate.
That's fantastic value. Thank you very much, Adam. Really appreciate this, and all the best for the future.
Thanks to you, mate. Thanks for your time.